Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're a first time buyer in Ontario and wondering how much you can afford for a home in 2025, you've came to the right place. My name is Akil Phillip. I'm a real estate agent and I help first time buyers navigate this often confusing and complicated world of real estate. Today, I'll be talking about how much you can actually afford in 2025 for a home. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the market stats. As of 2025, the average home price in Ontario is around $85,850. But of course, that varies a lot depending on where you're looking. In areas like Toronto, prices still is about 1 million, but places like Hamilton, London, and Kingston, you can find home for around 600,000 to 750,000 range. Let's talk about numbers. The general rule in Canada is that your monthly housing costs, including mortgage, property, taxes, and heating, should be no more than 32% of your gross monthly income. So let's say, for example, you're making $80,000 a year. That works out to around $6,667 a month before taxes. 32% of that is about $2,133. That's your max monthly housing budget. Now, based on the current mortgage, let's say it's around 5.5% and a 25-year automation, you could afford a home for around $450,000 to $500,000, assuming you put down 5% down payment. But that's just a rough estimate. Your affordability depends on some few key factors. Let's take a look. Firstly, your down payment. The minimum is 5% for homes under $500,000 and increase from there. Then it also depends on your debt load. If you have student loan or car payment, your max approval drop. It also depends on interest rate. Even a 1% change can affect your budget tens of thousands of dollars. That's why it's so important to follow what the interest rate is. And obviously, one of the key factors is location. Toronto versus Windsor, for example, that's a massive difference in price. If you're getting started, here are 3 quick tips for you. Get pre-approval first. This tells you exactly how much you can afford and what you want to look for. It can also narrow down where you're going to be looking for. It also shows that to the seller that you're serious. Secondly, budget for closing costs. Think things like land transfer, tax, legal fees, and inspection can add up. Make sure you put around 3 to 5% of the purchase price. Thirdly, you want to think long term. Stretching your budget can lead to stress later. Make sure your mortgage leaves room for life, not just for home. You do not want to be house poor. There's so many instances where people make the purchase, but they end up household poor. They can't afford anything else. You do not want to be in a situation like that. If you're wondering what you can personally afford, feel free to reach out to me. I love to help you run the numbers and see where you stand. Again, every situation is different, so definitely, if you need any help, contact me and I'll be there for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any question about buying, renting, or selling of any properties, or if you have any question about real estate in general, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here to answer any of your real estate questions. I can be contacted at akilterryphillip@gmail.com. Again, that's akilterryphillip windsofword@gmail.com. You can check my email address in the bio. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.